All right. So, good morning, everyone. We'll be starting with the first session because I won't consider this previous session as the first session. Today, we'll be starting with the same agenda, that's prospect and visitors. May I have everyone here? Is everyone active today? Can I get yes?
Yes, Faisal?
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, Faisal.
Morning, everyone. All right. So, previously, we were looking for prospect and visitors. Okay. But as we got get together, so I got to know that many people were not able to grab that what's prospect and what's visitors. All right. So we'll be going through some examples, what's prospect and what's visitors. So we'll more better into it, and we will be able to understand that what it is. So just a moment, I'll share my screen.
Faisal, if possible, can you show how to first create the part dot, and after that how to we pass this data in Salesforce? Is it possible to show us any example?
Okay, are you asking about installing Pardot in installing Pardot?
No, actually
Yes,
installing. So we can install through a app manager, right? Sorry, app launcher, right?
Okay, uh, that's the thing. First, you must know what's prospect, what's visitors, and how the applications should work. Afterward, it comes to installing Pardot and everything. Installing Pardot is not a part of this exam. It's part of consultant exam. Okay, and to install Pardot, I mean, it's not free. Okay, it's
Okay.
a paid version.
Okay.
Yes, so that's the reason I'm showing you all these things. Once done, what I can do is I can share my account to you all. Then you can practice on my account.
Okay. Done.
Yep. All right, guys. So first I'll show you. All right. Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes.
yes, Faisal.
All right, guys. So first I'll show you how to create a prospect. Okay. Because many people were not able to get what prospects are. Okay. So let's see here. I take this. So first name Shushanta Day, email address. Okay, now it's the more important one. Could you please help me with your email address, Sushanta?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just a minute. Type on a chat.
One thing I want to know, Faisal,
Mm-hmm.
uh, at first we must create an create an org. Then we practice on our own org. I think. It is.
All right. So to make you understand, Moa, the thing is, it's the paid version. Now I have got this because I was into Salesforce partner in Cognizant. So they already created it for me, and that is how I was able to log in here. Okay, we don't have demo org as such, but what I can do is I can create it for you all, and I can give it to you all because installing Pardot is not that easy, which you all think. So as of now, what I'll do is I'll just take you through the basics of Pardot. Once you are aware what Pardot is, then you will be able to understand more under it. Okay, is that clear?
Okay.
All right, guys. So here When it comes to prospect, name, last name, each and everything is not important, but the email address is important to enroll a prospect. Also, a campaign. Campaign is the source through which the prospect is getting enrolled. Okay. Also, a default one. Now here the score is there. Can anyone guess why the scores are added as mandate field? Hmm?
No, I don't have any idea.
Okay, because scores are added in order to get lead scores. Okay, now if we get the score, we will be able to understand what the prospects are engaged into if we have allotted the scores as 80 plus equals to active customer, active prospect. So we will get this prospect Sushanta Day as active lead. Okay, so in active lead, what we can do is we can add active lead prospects into a list, and we can send them emails if it's 50 and above, 50 and below. The scores are 50 and below. So what that indicates is the prospect is not that active. Okay, so in front of the prospects, it will be added as a red mark. I'll show you that as well. So see, here view prospects. Okay, now here what we have to do is here, if you see, there are many lists: active prospect, assigned prospect, mailable prospect, never active prospects. Okay, so now Sushanta they has not logged in. So that's the reason it shows never active prospects. Okay, so that is how, if Sushanta they logged in into an account with that email address, so here it will state that it's active. See, I have logged in, so under my email address it's inactive for 2 days. For B Faisal it's inactive for 2 days. Okay, so it indicates that what it is all about. Once we get the scores, we will be able to understand that how active the prospects is. Clear till here?
Yeah, basically we are creating a prospect in a Salesforce org, right?
There are
Like
three
we were
options.
discussed already last class.
Okay, I'll help you. There are three ways to create prospects. One manually,
Okay.
second through Salesforce contacts and leads. Okay, in Salesforce, already the contacts are there or the leads are there. So we are just
Mhm.
importing them. How we are importing them? Through connectors. Here, what we have to do is in connectors, we just have to add Salesforce. Okay, in Salesforce, we just verify it, and here the sync will be added. Once the sync is added, so in Salesforce, if we're having 1,000 contacts, all will be imported here automatically. Okay, this is the second option. And the third option is, if we go into prospects, here you will be able to see import prospects. So what we can do is we can add import, allow you to easily upload a CSV file. That means we can import through a CSV file. In Salesforce, if you're having 1,000 prospect, what we can do is, if we don't want to set up the connectors, we can install, or we can download CSV file contact details from Salesforce, and we can drag and drop into here, and we can just import it. So all the prospect will be imported here into Pardot. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So how many options are there?
Three options.
Three
Sure.
options. So there are actually four options. As of now, you can consider that as only three options. The fourth option, I will definitely help you with that afterwards. But this is now just the basic. Can I get thumbs up from everyone? Is that clear, everyone? All right. Now, here prospects, we are just talking about creating the prospect, importing the prospect, and syncing the prospect. Okay. How we can create? Manually create the prospect, importing it through CSV file, and syncing it with connectors. Okay.
Hmm.
Yep. And now, when it comes to visitors, all right. So I'll give you one example. So all of we go to our DMart. Okay. In the DMart, it's offline store. Consider that as offline store. So what we did is we went to the DMart store, but while exiting, okay, DMart store has run a campaign in which if we will add the email address while exiting, they will be giving us some discount of 50%, for example. So what we are doing is we are not buying the things. We are just going. We are just looking at the product, and we are exiting without giving our email address. So what we did is we just went online. Okay, we did not purchase anything. We did not fill up any information. We just went there and we exited. We did not fill up any information. So that's known as visitors. But if we are giving up our details like email address or contact number, name, so that will come under prospect. We are giving our consent that is required in Pardot. Can I get yes from everyone? Is that clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yes, clear.
All right, just a moment.
But Faisal, I didn't understand about the score part. Can you repeat it again?
About the score point.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Score point as of now, you can just skip that. I just want you to understand the basic what prospect is and what visitors is. Okay, Santa? Because
Okay,
if I'll tell you about scores is not a part of the first session, it's the part of eighth session.
okay, okay.
Okay? Yes, Nikita, tell me.
Yeah, I was just saying, is it the score like how much the intensity of how much a lead is interested into?
The product or the
Yeah,
service. Yes, that's correct.
okay.
All right, guys. So now I want you all to pay attention towards this. This was confusing, I think so, for you all, but it should not be. All right. Is my skin visible?
Yes.
All right. So here, if we go to Pardot setting, okay, here the main thing is business unit. And if you want to know what type of edition the customer is having, here it will be stated that it's demo advanced edition. How many editions are there into Pardot? In the first session, I already stated. Can anyone answer that? Yes, no, maybe. How many sessions? Sorry, how many versions of Pardot?
There are two versions of Pardot.
Okay, one is
One
classic
is
and one is lightning.
mm,
Okay, all right. Are you all making notes, people? Do you have anything into a notebook? Can everyone please unmute and just answer me, because I need to understand how are you all doing revision? How are you all learning? Do you have notebook or do you have notepad into your laptops, computers?
Yes, we have.
Yes, Faisal.
So do you have a notepad?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm using a notebook. Faisal.
Okay. Okay.
I'm also using a notebook actually.
All right. All right. So I'll just type into the messages. Just make a note of this. Okay. See, as I said that its Pardot has two version. One is Lightning and one is Classic. Now, what does Lightning means is, see, here if I see switch to Classic. Classic was actually the previous version. Okay, it is
Actually, sorry for
Faisal,
interrupt. Your
oh,
screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible. Yeah.
okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
All right. So if we see here, now our actually screen was like this. Okay, if we want to change this to Pardot Classic, we have to go here. Then here we have option as switch to Salesforce Classic. Okay, this is how it will be enrolled. But this is the older version, the version which I was showing you further. It was the new version. Lightning is known as new version. Just make a note of it as well, because it might
Yeah,
come in.
basically, we are using a Lightning page when you work on admin and all.
That's correct. So Lightning is the new version, and we also work onto that only.
Okay.
Please make a note of this as well. All right, I'll just send you one more thing. Okay, so basically there are 4 Pardot paid version. First is note. Plus advanced. Can I have everyone's attention here?
Yes.
Okay, so as we all know major things about admin, so I'll be going back to admin first. What is this 9 icons known as?
FSL, what is this? Is a plus, advanced, and premium?
This is the versions,
Paid versions.
paid version of
You said a paid version, right? Yeah.
paid version of Pardot. Growth is the basic one, and premium is the advanced version. So growth starts from $1,500 and the premium ends with $15,000.
Okay. So growth is a premium, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. What's this known as, people?
Launcher.
App launcher. Correct. So, as I said, that Salesforce is the backbone of Pardot. Now assume that we don't have Pardot. We just have Salesforce here. Okay. So now in Salesforce, what's this known as?
These are the navigation items.
Tab.
Correct. But here, campaigns, contact, lead,
These are
opportunities.
standard objects in
Correct.
Salesforce.
Standard object tabs.
Correct. Now assume that we have a lead, okay, and we have a contact. So lead and contact both are associated with opportunity,
Account.
count, and what else? Campaigns.
Yes.
Okay. So now ultimately we have the conclusion as contacts and leads. Okay. In contacts, what we have is contact number, the details of the person. And in lead also we have the same. Okay. But lead indicates that the person is more interested into our product or services.
Right.
Yes, no, maybe here till here it's understandable.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So now if I go to contacts, okay, and I see all contacts. Now, how many people are here?
21.
21. Out of 21, there are no email addresses as well. 1, 2, and 3. 21 minus 3,
19.
so 9.
Sorry, 18.
18.
18. 18.
21 minus 3, 18. So out of 18, okay, all these people who have given their email address
This will get synced into the org. Means
are.
the yes, Pardot.
That's correct. That's correct. And the email address which are not there, they won't be syncing because they have not given the consent.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we are installing Pardot in this Sales Cloud, this is known as Sales Cloud. So, why do people buy Pardot? Can anyone guess? What's the main thing about Pardot? Things are also getting sorted into Salesforce. Then why Pardot?
I think email.
Correct, Nova. So Pardot mainly focuses on emails. Okay. And what we can do is at a time we can trigger an email to thousands and 10,000s of prospects. How come? Through a send list email. Okay. Now I'm getting deeper more into it. Now we have installed Pardot into this Sales Cloud. We have this app launcher and we are going back to Pardot. Okay. So once Pardot is here, we have done with the setting up of connectors. Now, once the connector is done, what we have done is we have imported all the prospects to connectors in Pardot. Now, assume that we actually have Pardot from first only, okay, but we did not set up the connectors through CRM. But I have 10,000 prospect already here in Pardot. And I want to sync that prospects into Salesforce just to set up a backup. So how will that work? So when it comes to that thing, this works. Okay. So we are syncing back prospects to say Salesforce as lead or contact. So now here it will check whether we have got a prospect or visitor into Pardot. Then we are going back to Salesforce. So what we are doing, we are just setting up the connectors and syncing back. When we are syncing back, that's known as bidirectional sync. So in that, first it will check, does a contact record have a same email address? If yes, then it will sync with contact. So keep in mind, people, first it syncs with contact. If contact is not there, then it will check for, does a lead record have the same email address? Then if yes, then it will sync with lead. If there is no contact and no lead, then it will assign a user or queue or the group, and it will automatically create a lead record in Salesforce. Does that answers the question, people? How the syncing with of Pardot prospects to Salesforce work?
No, actually, from Pardot, first get the record from the email or from the website or from the social media, right? And then create one Pardot, right?
No, I did not get your question, Sushanta.
No, when we are like when Pardot is created, okay.
Mhm.
So this information we cannot create a Pardot is manually, right? We automatically get the record from the website or email address or from the social media, like
Uh,
that way is created Pardot.
are you talking about prospects?
Is a prospect, yeah, yeah, it's prospect, but prospect is we need an email address.
Correct.
So that is why I think Faisal, he's trying to mean that from where are we getting the prospects? Maybe from marketing and everything that he's talking about.
Okay.
So here I think
Pardot.
so Faisal, to answer, maybe if please correct me if I'm wrong or right.
Mhm.
So first, to get the all the prospects into Pardot, we have to take it from Salesforce.
No, that's not necessary. In Pardot, we have landing pages, we have forms, we have emails. Okay, for example, I have
Okay.
landing pages. So I'll show you. Can you see form handlers, landing pages, custom redirects? Okay, what we can do is, in Pardot itself, what we can do, we can create forms. Now I've created this form. Okay, in form, this is the link. Okay, I've sent you this link. Here it states name, last name, email address, and company. If I fill all the details, what it will do is, it will capture the prospect information here. Okay, and this is how we will be able to get prospect into Pardot. It's not necessary to only get prospects from Salesforce. Prospects
Okay.
can be entered into Pardot through this form handlers, landing pages as well. And people, this is the odd term, form handlers. What do you all think? What it should be? Forms, though, you understood that forms are there in Pardot. In Salesforce also we get forms, so we can fill up the information and we can send the information. Now here, if we go to form handlers, okay, what we can do is external website. Okay, for example, The client is having already the website, the external website, and they just want to add that website to Pardot, and they want to get the prospects into Pardot. So this is how what we can do is we can add the form handlers. If we add the form handlers, it will ask for link. Okay, if you see success location referral link, a specific link. So we can add the link here. Once the link is added, we can add completion action. For example, add to this campaign or add that prospect to a list, and we can define the criteria as well. Okay, and that is how we can funnel the prospects into Pardot. Is that clear? Sushanta, Nikita, Payal, Arjit, everyone.
Yes, yes. Now it's clear.
No, I have a little bit doubt.
Pardon?
I have a little bit doubt actually.
Yes, yes. Sushanta.
Actually,
Don't keep any doubt. Throw it. Tell me.
yeah. Actually, when is created a prospect,
Mhm.
that time also created one contact in Salesforce and another one in lead in Salesforce.
What if
Like
the connectors are not there?
when is connected, how to is seen that this value, this email ID is already exist on contact, or this prospect email ID is already exist on lead. So how to match?
Okay.
So
Good
I have a
question.
question.
See, for example, I have installed Pardot. Okay, that's in Salesforce, but I did not add connectors into Pardot. Now, how it will check that? The bridge between Salesforce and Pardot is connectors. If we are not setting up the connectors, then we don't have any relation between Pardot and Salesforce.
Okay.
Okay, now we are just getting the prospects from outside Pardot, where through form handlers, landing pages, or emails. Once we are getting prospect into Pardot, how to sync back that prospect into Salesforce is what I am showing you. That's that. It will check for contact, then lead. If not lead, then it will check for already create automatically create a lead and add a user to it. Now, what's user, people? What do you all think? What is user and what's prospects?
But user and prospects.
Yes, what's users and what's prospects?
I think
User
users
means
are already the contacts you, not contacts.
user means those person who handle or who use it
Correct.
basically. This is a user.
Means who are not leads or sorry, who are not prospects or visitors, but they are already using this facility.
System, that's correct. Using the system is known as users. Okay, now in Pardot we can have many users. For example, now I have 7 people. All people are 8. Okay, so I can have all 8 users. But when it comes to prospects are customers, and users are I can say employees who can get
Right.
access to Pardot, and they can handle all the prospects and they can work onto it. Okay, now I can be admin. Admin means I have the liability to change, to edit, or delete. But if there are users with limited access, if they're having limited access, they cannot view, they can just view, not even view, but they can just check their contacts, lead, or prospects into Pardot as well. Can I get yes if you are able to understand?
Could you please repeat once again?
Okay, all right. So users are those who handle the, just a moment, I'll show you where are users. See, Okay, that's into settings. Okay, users. So I am a user and I have the role as system admin. Okay, there are marketings as well. So in marketing, the people will not have the access to see connectors or users, how many users are there, or they won't be able to access recycle bin as well. Okay, so they'll get that you don't have that permission. So ask a system admin to change it. So I have this as admin role. So user means the people who are using the system in order to handle prospects, contacts, and leads. Is that clear, guys? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, clear.
Okay. Now, can anyone tell me what visitors are, what prospects are, so that others can also understand what's visitors and what's prospects?
Visitor basically, like one,
In a
like just uh, go any place and just visit there. Just look into it. What's the programming? What's the configuration? Otherwise, what the product is there. Just look into it and just exit without any information.
Okay, so in a better words, I can say they're just uh, surfing the website. Okay, just going online on the website, checking what's the product is or what's the services are, and just exiting without purchasing anything and without giving up any information.
Right.
Okay, so can I get
Yes.
yes?
Yeah.
That
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
we all have understood what's visitors is. Yes, no, maybe Santa, Maua.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Got
Yes.
This is the correct.
Okay, and who can go for prospects? What prospects are?
So prospects are basically the people who have visited the website and also filled certain details like name, phone number, and email ID as well. So
Correct.
they have showed little amount of interest. Like previously, visitors who have just visited the website, but prospects are the people who have visited as well as filled certain details.
That's correct. So there they are showing us interest, that they are interested into our product. That is how we will be able to create more deals.
So Faisal, one more question.
Mhm.
That like previously, as you said, that there are different, like you showed the different ways to receive those, prospects and visitors. After receiving the prospects and visitors into the from an external website into Pardot, are we then syncing them into Salesforce?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just write that. There are 4 types how to get prospect. Okay, first one.
Are you sharing something?
No, I'm just writing that into the.
So previously you said that importing prospects through the import button and uploading a file. Second is from Salesforce through contacts and leads. We are getting the prospects using a connector. And third thing is by importing and syncing it using a connector, right? Maybe or
Yes, I'm just writing that into this messages.
okay.
So these are the point basically how to create a prospect.
Correct.
Okay.
So previously I just said that there are 3 options, but there are 4. I showed you 4 as well. That in Pardot we can add form handlers, landing pages, and email in Pardot, and we can get prospects into Pardot through the 4th option as well. Till here it's clear, guys? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So can anyone answer me that what's bidirectional sync? How it works? From Pardot to Salesforce.
Our Salesforce connector syncs.
Okay. But what's
So basically, we are like you said, Salesforce connector sync, that which Sushanta said. Using that, we can get import leads and contacts. Those who have emails, they will be synced as prospects into the Pardot, and then again we can send this information into database as prospects, under prospects into Salesforce. So maybe this is the bidirectional, like.
okay? So what you said is from Salesforce to Pardot. Okay. Salesforce are having contacts and lead, and through connectors, we are syncing that into Pardot. So ultimately, we'll just have prospects. But I am asking you that from form, okay, through form, we got some prospect into Pardot. Now I have to bidirectionally sync that prospect into Salesforce. So how will that sync work?
So you have showed the chart, like we have to first sync it into Pardot and then to Salesforce, and there will be some criteria based on which they will check if the emails which we have received from the form, the third party website, and if that matches with any contacts. If it matches, then that will be synced into contact. If it doesn't match, then it will check if there is a lead has the same email address with the email address received from the third party website. So if it matches, then that will move to lead, or else that will create a new lead.
Correct. Somewhat correct, Nikita. But there is no third party needed here. Okay.
Actually, it's need like a link. Through a link, maybe it's
No, there
connected.
is no link. No. What Nikita said was partially correct, but there is no third party website. For example, your prospect have entered Pardot. The source may be anything, form handlers, landing page, or email. But here, from Pardot, we want to bidirectionally sync into Salesforce. So prospect cannot go into Salesforce. Do we have any object known as prospect into Salesforce, guys?
Okay, through Pardot is possible, but directly not possible.
No, my question is, do we have any object known as prospect into Salesforce?
No, no.
That's correct. So there is no object known as prospect into Salesforce. Now we want to throw prospect into Salesforce. So how will that work? That will work in this way. It will check, does a contact record have same email address? So in contact record in Salesforce, it will check. Where is that? See, in contact, it will see that with that same email address, what we are syncing from prospect, in this email, it will check in contacts whether the person is there or not. If there is yes, then it will go to that prospect will go to contact record. If not, then it will see for leads. Okay, in leads, it will see for the lead record. If there are lead record with the same email address, so it will enroll into leads. If there are no leads as well, so automatically it will create a new lead. The Salesforce, Pardot will create a new lead with that same email address under the Pardot prospects, and they will enroll that into lead contact. Is that clear, guys? What we are showing here?
Lead contact means
Lead contact, lead record. Sorry.
yeah. First time is check contact is their same email address. If yes, then it will be created. If not, then second time is check is in lead they have any email address match. If match, then okay. Otherwise, if is not matching, then this automatically created a new lead.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And
So
usually we allotted to it.
okay. So only created one single lead, right? Yeah. Same similar as contact as well.
No, if there is no
Only lead.
contact record, then it
Hmm.
won't go into contract record. It will go into lead record only.
Okay. When is created only single object is lead. Right.
When it is created, when bidirectionally syncing prospect into Salesforce.
Yeah, I got your point.
Could you please repeat once again, Faisal?
Yes, Payal. Yes, Payal. So I said that, for example, just a moment. I'm showing you practically how it works. Okay, so here I have this form under Pardot. Okay, so I gave your name.
Faisal,
Just a moment. I'm just showing you. Payal, could you please help me with your email address?
Yeah, it's payal.saha@datacolada.com.
So you create a form, right? Yeah.
I've already created the form. Now, where is the form? So see, here forms were there. Okay, I went to the form from Pardot. Okay, this is from Pardot. There's no Salesforce here. I fill up the details, submitted it. Okay, here it states, thank you for filling out the form. We will get back to you shortly. Now I have got total view as 2. Okay, now if I go
Under this form.
under the form, so if I go here, prospect will be Payal Shaha. Okay, now what I have to throw Payal Shah details into Salesforce. In Salesforce, I don't have Payal Shah. See, into contacts, do I have Payal Shah? Do you see Payal Shah here?
No.
Okay, but if I have to bidirectionally sync Payal details to Salesforce, so how that works is, first it will check whether does a contact record have same email address. So in contact, it will check whether Payal is already enrolled with same email address. If yes, then it will go into contact record. If not, then it will go for leads. Then it in leads, it will check whether Payal details are in leads record. If yes, then it will sync with lead record. If not, then Pardot will automatically create a lead with Payal details and it will sync with that lead details. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Can you
Payal?
repeat it, Faisal, once?
Yes, Arjun.
How do we can check like where is created or where is how is it sync or not? How we understand? Like
What are
from
you?
a single object, we can just create an all and then search it there. After that, we can understand.
No.
Why is it sync or not?
Okay,
Like
are
how
you
to we
looking
check?
what bidirectionally syncing?
Yeah, you already sync, right?
No.
But how do I understand where is it is sync through sync on contact or lead, or is it create a new one? How do we understand?
Okay. Yes. So what we can do is we can just go into contact record. We can search for Payal. If there are details of Payal in
Yeah, I
through
got
contact
this point. Right?
details, if hmm,
Yeah, that's I understand. But how like they have any indicator like on this object is already synced, so that's why this not created any another one.
so
In there.
in prospect, I got your question. In prospect, in front of Payal's name, there will be a symbol that
Hmm.
is of Salesforce. Okay, and here if I go into that, it will be showing us that it is synced through contact record or lead record, or is it
Right.
created the new one.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so that is how we will be able to understand. As of now, we are not looking deeper into that thing. Okay,
Okay.
that's good to know question. Okay, Sushanta, but
Hmm.
what we are checking is how the sync works.
Okay.
Yes, and Arjit, do you want me to repeat that one more time?
Yes, please, Faisal,
All right,
please. That will
all
be
right,
great.
guys. So we'll look for this form only. Okay. For example, in Pardot, I have created this form. Okay, just because I need more prospects. So in this form, what what we will do is we will enroll all the information. Cookies is already created here. Arjit, could you please access this form?
Should I fill up the form?
Yes, fill up the form. Now, guys, why is it showing thank you for filling out the form? We will get back to you shortly.
Because it's already synced with through email ID. That's why.
No, already the cookies is created. Okay, the cookies is created through this laptop which I'm using. And now I will be able to only fill up the form once. If I am doing that one more time, it will show me the thank you for filling up the
I've
form.
submitted the form. Faisal.
Yes, so that's the only thing. Did you fill up the information, Arjit?
Yes, I did. I did.
Mhm. See this. Hmm?
Okay.
Now, what if, Arjit, I want your details to go back to Salesforce here in a contacts or leads? How will that work? First, it will check whether Arjit Ganguly email address is into contact record. If yes, then it will sync with contact record. If not, then it will check with lead record. If yes, it will sync with that lead record. If there is no lead record as well with your email address, then Pardot will automatically create the new lead and it will add your details into that lead and it will sync. Is that clear?
Okay.
Hmm? Yes, no, maybe guys. Do we have any question regarding this?
How to open this form?
How to open the form? Just clicking on the link.
Yeah, I just
No, you
clicked on the link and
Okay, Sushanta, you might be asking me the advanced question, but we are looking for just the basic of
No,
it.
no, no, not like that. Actually, you were just searching something from a form, right?
No,
So
uh,
I just want
see
to.
this. See, through form, I have created this form. Okay, form fields are first name, last name, email address, and company. And once done, we will get all the prospect information here. All right.
Hmm,
Now,
hmm.
if you're asking how to go into this form, okay, I have actually created it. Creation needs more time, and it's the complex kind of work. Once it is done, what we can do is this link. We can add this link through to an email address as well. Sorry, through the email, or we can add this link into Engagement Studio as well. Okay, there are many sources through which we can add. So as of now, I won't take you there because it will be a very confusing thing for you all. So, but
Okay.
till here, it's just prospect and visitors, and how we are syncing back prospect to Salesforce. So can I get yes that we understood that how the Salesforce sync works?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right. There's a twist as well in Salesforce. Sorry, in Pardot, there's something known as CRM ID.
Actually, before go this new content, can you show me this import prospect? You said this how to you create a prospect. One is manually, so you already showing us.
Hmm,
Other is a Salesforce connector sends through
hmm,
a contact and lead, and you show a form as well, right? But
correct.
I think is a import prospect is missing.
So import prospect from Salesforce of contact. We are downloading the CSV file.
Okay, okay, yeah, you say that.
Where is that? Okay, we don't have here. Just a moment. Okay, of all these contacts, we are downloading the CSV file. Once if the CSV file is downloaded, what we can do is we can just drag and drop that CSV file here, add this compliance details, and next. Once done, so here there are many criterias as well. So create and update prospect using Salesforce lead or contact ID. Okay, so contact ID means that it's CRM ID. Okay, so in prospects in Pardot, we have CRM ID as lead or contact ID. Okay, so first
Hmm.
it will look for CRM ID in Pardot. If there is no CRM ID, then it will look for email address. Is that clear, guys? Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, yes. But why we get this record from Salesforce? I
For
mean,
example, for example, Sushanta, for example, you have Salesforce, you have been using Salesforce through 10 years, and you have 1 lakh contacts and 1 lakh leads. Now, what you have to do, you want to do is, you
right,
want,
right, I got your point. Yeah, like one work to another work when we goes to like right,
pardon?
maybe like one customer is use another org, but nowadays he want to move on to Salesforce.
No,
Then
no,
what we can do is
we
just
are
get this.
actually using Salesforce as well. Okay.
Okay.
But the thing is, Pardot is giving us more features. Okay, and what we want to do is we don't want to keep playing that sending one email to all the customers. We just want one click, and we want to send thousands of email to 1,000 prospects. So that can be done using engagement program and using test list email. Okay, there are many ways where we can send emails in Pardot. That's the reason Pardot is been used over Salesforce. Is that clear, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we were looking for this one. Okay. This is the basic one where bidirectional sync from Pardot to Salesforce will work. But here, this is the advanced version of it. So pay attention. Where bidirectional sync works, it works both way from Pardot to Salesforce and from Salesforce to Pardot. Okay. So we have something known as CRM ID. It will check whether is there a lead or contact with same CRM ID. Okay. In Salesforce, we have something known as CRM ID. If CRM ID is there, it will sync with that prospect. Okay. And that will be lead or contact both. If not, then it will continue with contact, lead, or just create a lead contact into lead record into Salesforce. So first, it will check for CRM ID. Is that clear, guys?
Yes. So CRM ID and record ID both are different.
There's no such thing like a record ID. It's email ID. There's
Okay.
email ID. Okay. In Pardot, we don't have record ID, object ID, or anything like as such. We just have prospect email address, email ID, you can say. Or second thing is CRM ID. I don't have. I think so. I don't have.
As like similar record ID
Just a
or
moment.
not? Okay.
Okay. See. Can you see my screen?
Is visible.
Yes, yes.
All right. So in this, if you see account engagement, okay, in prospect here in the name, in the front of the name, there's a cloud sign. Okay, this cloud sign indicates this is sync with Salesforce. Okay, but there is an error. Error might be anything, but it has been sync with Salesforce. Now, if we see our prospect, in front of our prospect, there is no cloud sign. Is there cloud sign here?
No.
That means that it's not synced with Salesforce. And this is synced with Salesforce. And here it states the source campaign. Campaign means how this prospect got into the system. So this is the email LOC client portal transition. Through this email, it got entered into Pardot. Okay, and we were able to sync with Salesforce here, but through some error. Error is there's a problem with the state in Salesforce. If we go to any record, okay, here, just a moment. Into the details. Okay, if we see the mailing address here, the mailing address state, the state was missing for them. That's the reason it's not syncing. So there might be many situations through which we have to actually correct them in order to sync. So this is how we will be able to sync with Salesforce to Pardot and Pardot to Salesforce. Is that clear, guys? I don't want to rush. I just want you all to understand what I am trying to tell you all.
Faisal, I have a question.
Yes.
Like in suppose in the basic, like in the Sales Cloud, when we are creating an account, so based on the account name, if there are same account names, then maybe like we can have same account names with two different record IDs. But here, based on the CRM ID in the Pardot, how are we like matching if there that email address is Like, are we matching the CRM ID based on the email address?
Okay. The thing is, this is the advanced question as well. If I'll tell you all how it works, it will be a confusion. As of now, I will say that I will answer your question once you understand how the sync works into Salesforce and Pardot. Okay. In the next session, I will answer your question, because the thing is, in Pardot, we can create multiple prospect with the same email address.
Okay.
Does that sound confusing to you all? Yes? No? Maybe?
That's for now, it's okay. But when we go to details, then maybe that time it's better to understand. Or
It's clear to that from one email address we can create multiple prospect, right?
Correct. How is it possible? It is possible because there might be different CRM ID. Okay, different CRM ID, but only same email address. Okay, so there might be many prospect created with same email address but different CRM ID. Through that, we can create it. For example, Mahua has fill up form with same email address. Okay, and through form, Mahua is created as prospect. Form is one. Second, she have get into the form handlers as well, and in form handlers she fill up the information through same email address, and she got enrolled. Now the CRM ID is created, the second one, but the email address is the same. So Mawa is created second time as the prospect, and the third time in the email address. Okay, in the email ID, she has got into some landing pages, and she filled up all the information of her with the same email address. Now the third one is the CRM ID is different, but the email address is correct, the same. So three times Mawa is entered into the system with same email address but a different CRM ID. So that is how we will be able to create more prospect with the same email address but different CRM ID. Does that sound clear, confusing to you all?
is it possible to query from a workbench through CRM ID? Is it possible?
Workbench.
Through a workbench?
Okay, are you asking me about should I run from Salesforce?
No, actually, you said Mohammed has created three form, same email address, but different CRM ID, right?
Correct.
But this is possible to query from a like SQL query. Is it
No,
possible from a workbench?
no. Through SQL query, we don't have anything into Pardot as SQL query. We just have actually in Pardot, what we are going through is account engagement specialist. So in this, no coding is needed as of now. Okay, when it comes to consultant, then coding is needed, and that too is not through SQL or other language. We will get back to you about this as well. Okay, so as of now, you people are going deeper into it. That's good. Okay, but if I'll open all the content, then you will be actually confused. So I just want you to all to know what visitors is, what prospects is, how can the prospects get enrolled into Pardot. That's through four ways. Can anyone answer that? What's the four ways?
Yeah, manually, Salesforce
Connector sync.
connector
Then
sync, right?
import
Import
prospect.
prospect. Salesforce connector sync, and 4 is Pardot engaging
The
prospect
prospects, Pardot engagement, prospects from
form
forms and form handlers,
handler and landing page and email.
email. Yeah.
Correct. That's correct. That's correct. So I can say the second session is more beneficial as compared to the first one. Now I can say that you all got the basics, what prospects are and what visitors, and how the sync works. Bidirectional sync from Pardot to Salesforce and Salesforce to Pardot. Can I get yes from everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yes, Faisal.
All right. So for today's session, we'll keep this much only. I don't want you all to get more confused. In the next session, I will get more deeper into Pardot, and we will get more familiar with using Pardot. All right, guys.
Yes,
Yes.
Faisal.
Just I have one query. Sorry, I was not in the class from the very beginning. Just wanted to know what is the basic difference between visitors and prospects?
Okay. So visitors mean visiting. Okay, just visiting, but not giving up their details. Like,
Just only email ID they have provided.
no, they did not provided email address.
Okay, okay. Nothing has provided.
Nothing has been provided. They just came. They just saw the services and products, but they did not purchase. They did not fill up any information.
Okay,
That's visitors.
okay.
And the second one is prospect. The prospect means filling up the information. For example, the form which I showed you, in that form, we are filling up the first name, last name, email address, company information. So
Mm-hmm.
we are giving the consent that we are interested into the product or the services. So that is how we are engaging the customers or the prospects.
Okay, okay.
Not
Now,
a big difference.
yeah. Just without having information is called visitors, and having information is called prospects, right?
Correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. So, do anyone has any question regarding this? Yes, no, maybe.
No, Faisal.
No, Faisal. Actually, past classes created so much confusion, but now is it too clear?
All right. Good to know. But in the next session, it might be confusing as well.
Okay.
So
But
could you please send the trailhead of this purpose today? What you have read us? You have
okay, so it's Salesforce. Sorry, Par.basic. I'll share the information. Actually, there are many trailheads when it comes to Pardot. Okay.
fast three. What you have sent previous day, we have already read it, but today you have teaches us just totally different from.
That's the same, Mawa.
Yeah.
That's the same.
No, last two modules the just same, but you have you have showed us the functionality. It is not very clear. They
It
properly.
was not clear because it's confusing to you all. You were going through admin certification or admin content. That's the reason it's totally different. The platform is also different, and the words used into Pardot is also different. That's the reason it's confusing you all, but it's the same. The trailheads which I gave you previously, it's the basic one. You don't need to go more further when it comes to trailheads, because you will get confused with both the contents, the advanced one and the basic one. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Nikita, are you having question?
Faisal, could you please share these URLs in the group as well?
URLs about?
That you have shared in the notes for the trailheads.
Sorry,
This link is already shared, I think so.
pardon? No, I did not catch that question.
Like just now, the links which you shared in the messages portion
Yeah,
of this call, could you please share them in the group? I was asking, like
yeah,
the
yeah,
WhatsApp group.
shared, Nikita. It is already shared under the same trailhead. Nothing is
Oh, okay.
different.
That's what I said to Mahua. It's the same trailer details, and I won't send you the advanced version of the trailers as of now. If you'll read that, you will get more confused.
Mhm.
Okay, so just go through prospect and visitors into the Google format and just read more about it, so you can get more understanding of it. And once done, then we can proceed with the next topics. All right, guys.
Sure.
Okay.
And like, how do we practice it? Like, did you have any org, or like you say it is a